difficult. Just nice, easy breath. And bring that energy down into the ground. And feel yourself land right here, right now. You might even blow out something you want to let go of. Send it down into the earth, the fiery core. And let Grandmother Shmukane, a Mayan word for grandmother, at the fiery core, the center of the earth, let her just mulch it, any heavy energies. Surrounded by jaguar. Just mulch that energy. One more breath. Yeah. When you're ready, just gently blink your eyes open and with a soft gaze orient on your surroundings. And then we'll go ahead and invite Betty up. So yeah, Betty, the daily word has been around for over 100 years is what I've heard.
And I can't hear you, but
What's that?
you're somehow you're not connected to. Oh, okay.
You can't, yeah, there you go.
Okay, can y'all hear me?
Yes. Yeah. You can talk there, you can talk here.
I'll just stand back here. So, first of all, I want to say I was so delighted when Laura asked me to read the Daily Word. I was just honored. And then, when I read what it was today, I thought it was the most incredibly beautiful Daily Word message maybe I've ever seen. It really struck me, and I'm a Daily Word connoisseur. Like, here's some of my daily words. I read the Daily Word every day. It is very important to me. I take it to the dentist with me to hold on my heart because when I'm scared, it helps me out. But this Daily Word is about valuable, and it's about together. And so those are the two operative words that really struck me today, and I thought they were so valuable for our little wonderful church unity group and for the country. So I'll read it now. Valuable. As a divine being, I am valuable and irreplaceable. Each person is a spiritual being made in the image and likeness of God, blessed with a variety of spiritual gifts we share in different ways. The world needs our unique contributions. When I see myself this way, I become newly aware of my value as a member of the human family, more confident in myself as I shine the light of God as only I can do. Living in the awareness of my value helps others see it too. I leave behind critical or negative opinions I may have held about myself and treat myself as the divine being I am. Like a beautiful gemstone, I too am a precious jewel among so many others. Together we sparkle and shine.
Yeah. Let's join together and go back to the top. What's the bold words? And I'm going to have you actually tell us about silent unity just 1 minute before you sit down. But at the very top, let's say together, as a divine being, I am valuable and irreplaceable. Hi, Donna. You're valuable and irreplaceable. It's good to see you.
Right in time.
Now, I've been told you know something about silent unity. We're dancing around this. We're each landing, we're bringing our peace, and it's important. And I don't want to rush us through it, so. I'm not going to take it personal if, 11:30 pops up and you have to take off. But hopefully you'll stick around and join us for all of it. So because Russ kicked off something last week, he invited us to move. So now that we've got you settled, we're going to invite you to move. And I want this song, I chose a song that's 6 minutes long. You know how important music is to me. And sound is color. Yes, it's a vibration. David's not here this week, but he was telling us last week about how there's a frequency, a vibration to color, to word, to thought, to everything. Everything has a vibration, a frequency, a wavelength to it. And so I don't know if anybody here's heard of Bob Seema, the one and only song. Now I'm a songwriter. Again, if you're meeting me for the first time, you may not know that, but I don't know if I would have the guts to call one of my songs the one and only song. Would you, Tom and David? One of my songwriting buddies. But it's perfect. You're gonna hear it, you're gonna feel it. And I put scarves at the table. If you're the type of person who wants to sit with your eyes closed and meditate and let the words wash over you, then do that. Be you today. If you want to get up, move, and absolutely wave one of those scarves that's on the table. If you feel like sitting there and coloring, I'd say strike a bowl. But we're going to get to perfect timing. Just yesterday, Brittany got her bowls, her new crystal bowls in, the colors of the chakras. So I love the fact that they're colored as well. So we're going to use those a little bit later. But also at your tables, at least one copy of the lyrics are there. So in the first verse, I love that Bob repeats himself. Something I want to bring in every Sunday, where we choose a song where it just keeps repeating, so eventually we all feel maybe comfortable to join along and add our sound. So I'm going to push play here and let Bob get started, and he'll kind of teach us the phrase the first time around. And if you feel comfortable joining in with him and adding your sound, whether it's harmony, whether you're sharing the melody with him, or you're making up your own words, it's okay. And again, if you want to get up and move, feel free to do that. Oop, we're not going to that yet. We got to hit this here, don't we? For a minute. Wow, can you let that truth land? We are melody. We are harmony. We are frequency. And we dance to the drum of life's magnificent song. We are the next verse, the next beautiful verse of this one and only song. We could just stop right there this morning. And you may wonder why, as a songwriter, I chose somebody else's music. But I think you know why now. Yeah, and why did I choose this title, Unbound? Is that is that a word? It's probably in the dictionary. We know what bound is. We know what bound feels like. What's unbound? I admitted to Brittany and I have a new roommate. Sorry if I keep calling you out this morning, John. He's here for the first time. We've decided we're three's company. But he's Chrissy, and you're Janet, so I guess that makes me Jack. And he felt my energy this morning. He said, you're excited or you're anxious or both? And I said, probably a little bit of both. And I said, this is kind of my coming out. And I know I spoke to you a few weeks ago, but this feels like me. And please forgive that phrase, whatever it means to each of us. Coming out of hiding, let's use that. It's like I grew up in a Nazarene church. My mom is here this morning, and I thank you for introducing me to that. Jesus was and always will be very real and very present in my life. And I told you when I found Unity a few years back, I needed a place where I felt included everybody. Nobody came and felt like they didn't belong. Nobody came and felt like if I say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing, I'm going to go to hell. In fact, I don't know if it's a rumor. I mean, I don't tune into the news as much. I won't say as much as I'm supposed to. I do what feels right for me and keeps me in the vibration. I believe every thought we have, we're creating our world, and I choose to spend my time imagining. Last time I spoke, we talked about our imaginations being our superpower. This is a cookie cutter, and we're imprinting upon this invisible substance around us, and it's neutral. So we're drawing back the form of what we're imagining, and there's no judgment about what that form is. We just look at it and go, do I want more of this? Do I want less of this? And I brought that up because, I don't know, who knows, the unbound part, I guess. I wanted to be in a place where I could flesh out what I thought, and it was okay if nobody else in the room thought like I did. Oh, that's where I was headed. I heard that the Pope announced. Did anybody else hear the Pope's announcement this week? Other thing I love about unity is we're going to hear from Buddha. We're going to hear from Jesus. We're going to draw from all kinds of spiritual texts. And I heard the Pope said, there is no such place as hell. Woo! Thank you, Pope. Sometimes we might feel like we're living in one, but that's another topic. So I'm a psychotherapist, for those of you who know me. And of course, I have a lot I want to share today. I think I was talking to Russ last week, and I said, I studied the shaman path of the 4 winds. I'm a mesa carrying shaman, and not all of you know that. And again, there's things that I probably didn't share with my family for years because I didn't want them to fear for my eternal salvation. And I like to say, it is well with my soul. You need not worry. I brought my crystal skull out. Now, that's not something I would have brought to my church growing up. She is the embodiment of light. She's jade, the color of new birth and growth. I started my new YouTube channel very recently. I Amming as LLD. And Russ, was it you that let us, you gave us that phrase, I am God, you brought. And we're like, ooh, what? You can't say I am God, can you? So what does that mean? I think most of us have heard that phrase, the I am, the great I am, capital A. Well, did you know that you are the I am, expressing as and in the form of, fill in the blank with your name, Roger, Chris, Brittany, I need to learn your name again, Chris, JD, Donna, Angel. Yeah, how can that not be a beautiful thing? Multicolored. We're finishing up next week the colors of life. So, as a psychotherapist, we talked about the shaman, and today, as well as introducing you to Yash, Ish, Balam. Those are Mayan words. I've studied with the Mayans for over 15 years. They have a vibratory language. There's a cosmic university, is what we call it, in Merida, Mexico, where I've studied with my teacher for over 15 years. And so a lot of the phrases I'll share with you. Yash means, and we're not moving there just yet, Brittany, but you get comfortable anyway. Yash just means green in Mayan, or jade. Ish is a feminine pronoun. Shib is a masculine. And Balam means jaguar. So she mulches my heavy stuff, and she turns it into love, and she gives it back to me. So we're going to be sharing what do we do when we feel bound by things. And in a moment, as Brittany's preparing, I'm going to teach you some mantras for how to clear the crud out of the chakras in your body, the energy centers. I've put some things at your table so you can take it home with you and practice on your own. We're going to talk about the colors of the chakras. And but before we get there, I had to bring my psychotherapist in for just a few minutes. And again, may or may not have time. We're doing it anyway. This is only a minute. Anybody here seen the Inside Out movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would probably be out of business as a psychotherapist, as a mental health therapist, if people went to the movies and really, comprehended what it's teaching and introduced themselves to all these voices in our head. They're there. One of the tools I use with my clients is called romancing the shadow. And it's not because what lurks in our shadow, which just means that the shadow of our unconscious, those parts of us, we can't change them yet. We can't take responsibility because we're not conscious of them yet. They're hiding in the shadow. So this movie did a great job of it because it showed the family at the table, and then it showed what they were saying to each other, but then it also popped up to all the voices that were in their heads at the same time and the emotion. So I'm going to let Joy and Sadness here, who's on our screen, teach a little bit real quick about some emotions.
First day of school, very, very exciting. I was up late last night figuring out a new plan. Here it is. Fear. I need a list of all the possible negative outcomes on the first day at a new school.
Way ahead of you there. Does anyone know how to spell meteor?
Disgust. Make sure Riley stands out today, but also blends in. When I'm through, Riley will look so good, the other kids will look at their own outfits and barf. Joy. Yes, Joy? You'll be in charge of the console, keeping Riley happy all day long. And may I add, I love your dress. It's adorable. Oh, this whole thing? Thank you so much. I love the way it rolls.
Looks like me.
Right on schedule. Download the daydreams. I ordered extra in case things get slow in class.
Might come in handy if this new school is full of boring, useless classes, which it probably will be.
Oh, Sadness. I have a super important job just for you.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Follow me. And there. Perfect. This is the circle of sadness. Your job is to make sure that all the sadness stays inside of it.
Don't ever leave your circle of sadness. She's saying to sadness. And by the second movie, they introduced anxiety and a whole lot of other emotions. And I appreciate in your prayer you said, I'm not an anxious being, but I do have a character within me who's anxious and keeps me moving. And so we're not going to go into this a lot this morning, but as a therapist, one of the tools I teach is noticing somatics in your body when your body's giving you some cues about what's going on. So if I feel anxiety, if I feel sadness, now that's a real part of the human experience. We're wired for every single emotion. And I love that by the end of the movie, Joy, who kept trying to tell sadness to go away, we have no use for you. She wanted to stay at the controls and be the only, when we also had anger, disgust, and fear. She wanted to be the only emotion at the control panel. And by the end of the movie, if you watched it, what did she realize?
She needed sadness.
She needed sadness. What?
Yeah, really?
Do we really need sadness? Why did she need sadness, Jeannie?
Well,
Do you remember?
well, there's beauty, but we hold both at the same time because we're either mourning or celebrating, but we need to go through that mourning
And if I'm remembering for her,
sadness became precious, didn't it?
Yeah, didn't she run away from home? And it was sadness that brought her back.
Actually,
Because she was missing her parents. If I'm remembering, I can't always trust that. But and so,
that part.
yeah, in the beginning of the movie, every memory had one color attached to it. Each emotion. Anger was what color? Red. Joy was green. Fear, he's kind of, I don't know, a muddy purplish lavender color. I love that color, but anyway, and so instead of just each memory having one color associated, by the end of the movie, when she embraced sadness, they were multicolored. If anybody remembers that. Yeah, they needed all of them. So what does all that have to do? What does all of this have to do with color? I maybe don't have to ask that question anymore because maybe we've answered it at this point. And let's think about it. What color would we be? A couple questions for us here. What color would we be if we were run by our emotions?
Good question.
What color would we be if we embraced all our emotions? I'd pause here because one other thing, one tool I want to share with you is David Deida. I don't know how he pronounces his name, so I give him Spanish, D-E-I-D-A. It's called the Blue Truth. And he talks about recognizing in your body when you're resisting something. I don't want to feel sad. I don't want to feel angry. I'm not supposed to be angry. I'm a spiritual being, right? Never angry. So you recognize the contraction, and we can shrink and take shape around that. Just soften it. And go ahead and open as that thing you're resisting. Open as the sadness. And let it move freely. When I practice that, it's like it's swimming and I can feel it break up, dissipate, and move on.
yes. Yeah.
But if I'm resisting it, ain't gonna go nowhere, is it? Because it's trapped in my body. Yeah. So what color would our world be if we were living the truth, here comes that word again, of our unbound, limitless nature? Our I am presence. I heard something. Clear. Oh, I like that, because I tend to think the rainbow of colors and some we haven't even seen yet.
Yellow,
Clear.
maybe yellow.
Yellow?
Some shade of yellow.
I like yellow, so
Yellow to go.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
The rain's good, yeah. I see a hand in the back. Indigo. It's on the spectrum, is it? I had only had one. I put pencils on your tables, and one thing I forgot to bring with all the stuff we want to share every week is I colored some pictures for you all. I've started coloring again. There's adult coloring books with inspirational sayings, and I have those in my bag. You can take one home with you. But so there's pencils there when we get to the chakras here in a minute. And I should have told you how much longer it was going to be.
No, it's okay, I'm good.
And you can color with those, but I only found one pencil in my expanded set that had indigo on it. Otherwise, I literally had to Google, and indigo came in so many shades. Yeah, so I already mentioned this, but think about it again. Did you know that you are the I am expressing as? Mom, did you know that? Because, I don't know if that's what I was taught, but some form of it maybe. I knew the divine was in me. I knew that God lived within me. But did you think of yourself as the I am, capital A, expressing as and in the form of Beverly Ann Zimmerman? What? Wow. So you may not feel limitless. You may in fact feel like you're bound, blocked, held back by fear, sabotaged by anger, trapped by sadness. I can't see the side of this and you can't either. Like Riley, the main character in Inside Out. So in a moment we're going to teach some mantras. We're not there just yet, Brittany, but soon. That will help us learn how to become unblocked, to get unblocked, to clear that crud, that stuck energy in our energy centers of our body, and to raise our very vibration. Which is going to do what? Raise the vibration of the planet. It's pretty cool that we can do that, isn't it? So, but first, we're going to do something else I wouldn't have done in my church growing up. We're going to ask the angels. We're going to have some fun with a color deck. I have a woman, I say I met her on YouTube, but I feel like she's a friend because I've known her for so many years. Her name is Amanda Ellis, and she's a color therapist, and she created a deck.
Color therapy.
Yes, based on color. And it's called the Archangel Metatron Self-Mastery Oracle. And we're going to draw a card together today. Did you ever draw a tarot card before? The service?
Oh, I love them.
Yeah, and the reason I waited until we came together was there's an energy that we're creating together right now. Okay, we're holding this space together. And it's going to be different than what I was experiencing at home when I was preparing this week. And so we're going to draw it together and we're going to share that in just a moment, as well as something I did draw for the collective this week. But before we do that, we're going to move into meditation again for just a minute. Why did I set that down? I forget where I put it. And so I want you to go ahead and hold in your mind as we go into meditation. Go ahead and close your eyes. And just start by maybe noticing again just whatever's going on inside you. Can you call upon the compassionate observer within you, or just the pure light of awareness, the softness of open awareness? Can you call upon that part of you that's in there, the I am presence? Can you call upon that as it observes anything else, or maybe a physical sensation? It may be feel good, it may be uncomfortable. Maybe a thought you've been having repeatedly that you don't like, don't want. Just notice it with a soft gaze if you can. There may be a feeling that's present this morning, or a whole range of feelings that may feel a bit overwhelming. Just notice. And go ahead while you're in that space and just think of that question again. What color would our world be if we were living the truth of our unbound, limitless nature? I'm going to shuffle our cards while we're in meditation and hold that. Literally imagine a color. Hold it in your minds. We're going to see what comes out. I'm shuffling the cards, and when I work with them, I blow some love into them. I might tap my intention. Not sure how to stop that sound, but this is all about color and sound, so goodness. Oh,
That's me.
thanks, Brittany. Like angels, Metatron. I can hear them. And of course I can and feel them, but I don't always hear them audibly. Oh, great. In this case, something popped out. Oh, look at this. Lorraine, you may or may not be surprised what color this is. It's the blue of indigo. Yeah, so we might pass this around so everybody can see it. And yeah, because otherwise, I can't post it up there right now. You won't be able to see, but it's the Madonna and Mothering.
Oh, how
Isn't that pretty? You just pass it around. And I want to read what Amanda, her interpretation, what does that mean? And Betty, give me the number on that again. There's a number on the card.
I'm sorry, the number, it's 29.
29, all right. Blue, Madonna and mothering. The numbers 2 and 9 make 11, a master number. Linking to the divine feminine energy that is here with us now. The Blue Madonna stands in her own blue ray, silent, strong, emitting the energy of calm and stillness. I think we all needed a little bit of that this morning.
Yes.
It does not matter what is going on around you or what needs to be done or acted upon. All that she's concerned about is to offer us a resting place. She sits within our hearts, offering guidance, support, love, and to be held in her embrace. Here there is no place for worry or stress, just peace and being at one with the wider universe. The star above her head reminds you of the star above your own, the divine light above you that is always lighting your way and is there for the duration of your stay on planet Earth. It's not going anywhere, just like the angels. She is a wise teacher, knowing that all answers lie within. And she reminds you of that simple fact without judgment or exasperation for all you have sought outside yourselves. There's so much wisdom and insight in her heart that she sends surplus sparkling white light upward with cupped hands to whoever needs it. Nothing can rock her or alter her own sense of herself and the world around her. Her world is a place of beauty. She has mastered her emotions and helps you do so as well. She reminds you that everything passes, nothing is forever. Now is the moment that needs to be held, and she is there holding presence every time you call on her. Her world is a place of beauty. She has mastered her emotions and helps you do as well. Did I just go back? Her serenity and grace inspires you to live a life based on those qualities. She came from the stars, yet also lived here on this earth, following her calling without judgment, in tune with the divine flow and higher plan. She has come because we are ready to hold her in our hearts, having realized that the new values that this life has to be lived by are trust and faith. Her communication is expressed not just through her words, but by her sheer presence. She draws your attention to how you show yourself to the world and all you say and do. Is that from a place of the peaceful blue ray or another tone? Allow the blue energy she carries to envelop you, reaching out into your aura as well as your physical body. It is here to strengthen, protect, nurture, and love you. Like the Divine Mother, she holds the ultimate archetype for bringing up the next generation of souls and is there for you whatever age you are as a gentle maternal support whenever you need her. Feel her around you now and be at peace. Let's take a moment again. You've imagined that blue ray of light around you, that loving presence. And I believe we all have masculine and feminine within each and every one of us. We can bring divine masculine, divine feminine into balance. Just feel that right now. And take your time, and when you're ready again, just blink your eyes open gently with a soft gaze. Orient on your surroundings. And we're not going to take time this morning because said we're going to run over at this rate. And I want to share the mantras with you of how to clear your energy centers. But I drew this for us for the collective earlier this week, and this card from the same deck. Color. Do you see any color in it? Wow, it's like creation. And how could creation not be full of color? So I know you don't have a copy of this, so I might pull from this real quickly. I see you can see the back of my head. Sorry, y'all. I'm going to read from the screen so they can see my face. Card number 3 links to the planet Jupiter, growth, abundance, blessings, and unlimited resources. Every single thing within the universe starts from an initial thought. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
I think that's what, that was the principle I got to share last time. Yeah, the energy of creation is there to help change and improve our lives. Sparks of creative light that can be sent out and brought back manifest as something tangible and real. I feel like I'm repeating myself. So the flower of life, shown here, is a sacred symbol, if anybody's studied sacred geometry. And it's a great thing, oops, you can't see it anymore, it's a great thing to meditate on. So if you all want a copy of that later, and you can meditate on your own time, we'll do that, all right? Well, I want you to hear there are no limits to what we are capable of creating. The one who created us has given us the power to create. So we're going to go ahead and move into, so at your table, I did not draw this. I can barely draw a stick person, but one of my dear friends who's an artist, and my teacher, Don Miguel Angel Delgado Calleros from Mérida, Mexico. Now, I call them Mayan mantras because Mayan elder taught them to me, and then Jeannie told me she learned these as well. I think, Chris, you know the same sounds. And did you call them the seeds of creation?
Seed sounds.
Seed sounds.
Right.
So I'm going to walk you through it so you know what's going to happen, and then I invite you to create the sounds with me. Brittany, again, got these beautiful bowls, the color of the chakras, and she's going to use each bowl as we go to each chakra. You can try to tune with the bowl if you want, but you cannot do this wrong. If you don't know me yet, you'll learn I'm playful. I want to play. So know that you can't do it wrong. If your tone sounds in harmony, if it sounds in disharmony, if you want to go high or low, go where your body wants to take you. But what we're going to do is we're going to start with 3 easy breaths. And then we're going to, now remember these pronunciation. Think of Spanish, or in this case Mayan. And so Lil, even though it's L-I-L, like Lil, an I in Spanish is like an E. So it's Lil. And then the I here at the Christ center, or third eye, is Een, even though it says I. The throat chakra is Ain. Again, even though that's an E, because we're thinking Spanish or Mayan. The heart center is O or ON. You can put the N on if you want, or leave it off. Just make the sound O. The root chakra, or is this sacral? That's not root, this is sacral. The belly brain. We need to inform that, don't we? Is Oo or Un. And then here at our sexual organs, at the creative center is I'm going to date myself. Anybody else here know that commercial Campbell Soup is? That's what Campbell Soup is? Good? Okay. You can, sometimes I moo like a cow, and that may sound funny, but remember, I want to be playful. So I just find it at wherever you want on that. And then the final one is at the base of our spine, where Kundalini energy, so it's going to be, yes. And if you can't sound like a rattle, that's okay, just make the S sound. And imagine that energy is rising up your spine, over your crown chakra, past your third eye or Christ center, past your throat, and landing in the nest in your heart when we get to that. And then we bring it all the way back around full circle, and we finish with 7 Lil. I'm going to try to do each of the mantras 7 times because that's a Mayan sacred number. It's a number of creation for them. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and just start with 3 easy breaths. And Brittany's going to just tune into the sound of that crown chakra. She's going to give us that sound, that bowl. Just listen for a while. Take those 3 easy breaths. We're going to go with Lil to start. not paying attention to your neighbor. You don't have to have a singing voice. We're just creating sacred sound. So let's move to our third eye with Christ Center with een. And then we do that 7 times as well at whatever pace. You don't have to keep up with me. You can start and finish on your own. An easy breath. Throat chakra with ain or a. Just an easy breath. that center, focus right there. our spine. Let it come up over your crown chakra. Past your third eye, your Christ center. Past your throat. And landing in that nest at your heart. Kundalini energy. Feel that energy rising. Circle back to Leo. We're going to finish up with 7 Leo. Find whatever tone you want to create. Maybe focus on all 7 chakras, imagining those colors associated with each one. That's okay. You may feel lighter, clearer, and whatever you're experiencing, it's okay. You cannot do this wrong. Just take a moment to just notice. Being still. Aware again of your body sensations. If there's any thought present at this moment, can you be open as that emotion, that thought? No judgment. It's the light of pure awareness. Yeah. And take your own time. Moving at your own pace. Like I said, we're running a little long today. Just let that land. And when you feel ready, if you haven't already, you're going to gently blink your eyes open. Gently. Begin with that soft gaze, orient on your surroundings. I like to give myself a hug when I come out of that. I love you, Laura Lynn. Whether you traveled to the cosmos with that or you took a nap, either's okay. It's all good. You experienced it, it landed. You got a little sound bath, a wave just radiating throughout your body, filling your cells, and we're radiating that out to our community. And Jeannie, I'm going to invite you back up.
Okay.
And I'm going to put my guitar on. Oh, since y'all know me as a songwriter. Let me turn this one off. You know, we gotta have at least one original Laura Lynn in here, so I'm gonna get ready and sing that while she's getting us ready for the offering.
Wow. Are you back with me? Are you here? Are you here now? That was such a wonderful gift to us, and now it's our opportunity to give. And this is our symbol to get to unity.org, or you can go to unity.org, or Russ is going to pass the basket. as we say our blessing together. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I send it forth with my blessings and my love.
Whatever you give today, whether it's financially or you're just giving your love, just radiate it out.
I don't know if we have a slide. Yes, we do.
Wow, we do.
We do, Miss Laura.
So you'd think a song that I wrote the day my grandmother died might be a sad one, but it definitely isn't. And it's called Linger a Little Longer. It's about reminding ourselves to hang out in those moments. Like, of course today I had so much I want to share and I don't want to run over, but I didn't want to be focused on time either. I want to linger in these moments with you, these precious, sacred moments, and all that we're experiencing together today. And so the day that she died, I lived at the apartment at the time, Mom. I don't think you ever got to see my apartment. And a dragonfly came and alit. I'm going to try to move the microphone back so I can at least see the side of my head. It alit, is that a word? On my raft, and it stayed for like 20 minutes. And then I went back to my balcony at my apartment, and it followed me there, I swear. And I'm like, I know what the butterfly stands for, but I'm not really sure about the dragonfly, but it sure was pretty. And it's just a reminder again, whatever you're experiencing, to just linger in the moment. The day my grandma died, I danced with dragonflies. Heard the mockingbird mock my cry. I took some time to feel the earth beneath my feet, feel the sun on my cheeks. Take some time, and if those clouds fill in your way, then jump on in. Feel how thick or thin. Take some time, and if you feel like giving up, then give on in. Feel how thick or thin. Take some time and linger a little longer. Linger a little longer. Take some time to paint your toes bright pink, JD, or baby blue if that's your mood. And take some time to tell the ones you love that you can't get enough. Take some time, and if those clouds feel in your way, then jump on in. Feel how thick or thin. Take some time, and if you feel like giving up, then give on in. Makes no difference if you sink or swim. Just linger a little longer, linger a little longer. Take some time today and linger a little longer. Just linger a little longer. If it's loblolly. Everybody in Arkansas know the loblolly ice cream?
Yeah.
Yeah, this bridge of the song came my friend that she licked her bowl afterwards, so. If it's loblolly, you got to lick that bowl and linger on, linger on. And if you feel the urge to rush along, then linger on, linger on. Can you hear the heartbeat? Let's linger a little longer, linger a little longer. Take some time today and linger a little longer. Take some time today and linger a little longer. Take some time today and linger a little longer. Just linger a little longer.
Oh, Laura, that was wonderful.
Fun.
Oh,
When you're
wow.
playing for yourself, you can change the tempo.